Hello, everyone. This is Frank George. Pretty soon here in Mesquite, Nevada, they're going to be voting for a new mayor. And as I surveyed the field of candidates, there was one man who really stuck out in the crowd, but not for the right reasons. This gentleman, his name is Terry Spriggs. And when asked the question, if you were mayor and a bus came in full of illegal aliens, what would you do? This is what Mr. Spriggs answered.
This is a 30-second for Terry Spriggs. This is a new question.
Okay.
If a busload
You're not gonna give me that question? Busload, if illegals show up, I greet them with, I've been a Christian for a long time. Now, right, wrong, or different, that's what Christianity does. And I would try to make them accommodated, their stay as long as they were possibly here, and make arrangements for them to, if they want to stay here, then they can stay here, because God loves people.
Well, you've just heard from Terry Spriggs' own lips what he would do if a busload of illegals rolled into Mesquite, Nevada. He would accommodate them, he would help them out, and he would make it possible for them to stay if they wanted to stay. I must say that I commend him for his honesty. He's telling you exactly what he would do. And as a consequence, he would make Mesquite, Nevada no longer a city that is safe for the people that presently live there. That would vanish very quickly. I know that there's a lot of illegal aliens working in Mesquite, but to some degree they are a known quantity. Not that I approve of that in any way, because I don't. You got to know who's here. Let's go through the checklist of what happens when you have people come in who have not been vetted. We don't know what their health status is. We don't know if they have a criminal background. We know nothing about them, including if they are a terrorist from one of the many nations that would wish to visit harm upon the citizens of the United States. We just recently, a couple of years ago, had a pandemic that caused businesses in Mesquite to close, some of which never reopened again because the owners lost all their money. They lost their businesses because they were forced to close. If you went to Smith's Market, they had arrows on the floor showing which direction you should walk in. They told everyone that you had to wear a mask going in. All those precautions were put in effect because we had the COVID disease that came from China, is what we're told. And it got here because some Chinese brought it, I guess. Somebody that went to China brought it, and, it was a contagious disease. So some people died. A lot of people died because of it. I know some. And I speak to that because now you have people coming in over the southern border. Nobody's checked them for diseases or anything. So if we had a pandemic then and the government was pushing so hard for people to take vaccines and all that, why all of a sudden are we just allowing people to come in without knowing what their health status is? And speaking of bad things that happen, Laken Riley, a 22-year-old young lady who was a nursing student in Athens, Georgia, was murdered by an illegal alien that Joe Biden led into the country. He had already done a number of bad things, and every time they let him go. And so now the mayor of Athens, Georgia, was accused by a lot of the citizens because he is open borders mayor, someone who thinks like Terry Spriggs, that we should be welcoming and accommodating people whose status we don't know in any way. People were angry with that mayor, and they told him that he had blood on his hands because he had turned Athens, Georgia, into a sanctuary city. Well, Terry Spriggs, what he's talking about, is turning Mesquite, Nevada, into a sanctuary city. And, of course, you may have great numbers of illegals that love Mesquite, Nevada, and it will change it, not for the good, but for the bad. It's pretty obvious thing. People come to Mesquite for a better quality of life, not a lesser, so far because of the federal government and its desire to impose illegal aliens upon the citizens of the United States. Nothing's been done about removing those that are here. What they've done is they've added more. What I'm saying is that folks like Mr. Terry Spriggs, their thinking is a danger to the society that they live in. And although he may mean well, he would bring hell on earth to all of you who make him a mayor of the city of Mesquite. Also, once it's known that he's warm to allowing illegal aliens to come into Mesquite in buses, as Joe Biden's doing everywhere, you better believe that they will show up. I noticed that the current mayor, and I don't recall his name, and I don't even think it's important, he says that, oh, it's improbable, no buses are going to come. You know what? That's not the way you address an issue. No responsible person thinks that way. You prepare for that moment because it's happening everywhere. Okay? It really is. So yeah, you need a new mayor, and you definitely should not vote for Terry Spriggs or anybody that thinks like him. Okay, that's it for me. I don't live in Mesquite. I show up yearly, annually as a snowbird because it's a beautiful, beautiful place. I like the people there, and I hope to see the citizens of Mesquite prosper and continue to exist in what is presently the safest city in Nevada. All right, good luck to you. Vote and vote to keep your city safe. Bye-bye.